Hey everyone, it's Cullen. We're back again with Really. Wanted to give you guys an update on our platform for automatically detecting highlights out of sporting events. We use computer vision and deep learning AI. We got a bunch of new features for you and a cool visualization that'll help you understand how our system works a little bit. So what I have here is a clip about 10 minutes long of a Man U game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start detection. As you can see in the bottom right, the video is added to the analyzer, and we're going to start getting some detection. Because this is a file, it runs through about 8 times faster than real time, so we'll get a bunch of highlights out of this in just about a minute and a half. But if you're doing this with a stream, as a lot of our clients do, we can do this in real time. So within a second or two of a score or something interesting happening on the field, you'll get a ready-made video that you can share with your fans. As you can see, we're starting to generate some highlights. While it's doing this, I'm going to go over here and show you a video. So let's go to this desktop. And what this is a visualization of what our analyzer sees. We were doing European football on the other one, but we're going to do some American football for this one because we got a pretty cool visualization here. So the first thing that happens is you'll see when our system finds a piece of content, it identifies the type of sport, and it says, where is there a scoreboard on this screen? So it can find a scoreboard anywhere on the screen. Here you can see it finds it on the bottom right there. As you can see, it can read the information. We're doing some player tracking, which is going to help us with tagging, and there's some trajectory information, which in the future should be useful for analytics as well. If you look on the bottom left, you can see that the system is tracking the different types of scenes, so it knows the difference between a long shot and a slow motion close-up replay. We also do some audio analysis, so it can understand the crowd and announcer volume, and also the announcer sentiment. Is the announcer upset or happy or angry? We can track logos like this. It sees that the scoreboard is gone, and it sees this interesting new angle and says, this is probably a replay. All right, so we see what the computer sees. So now as I come back over here, we've been generating highlights. We're almost done with the detection. If you see in the bottom right, we're at 85%. But even while it's detecting these things, I can play with the files and see what they're showing. So I'm going to show you the first score that it brought up here. One of the things we're going to understand a little bit better now that we understand what the computer is seeing is we'll see how it understood that this was a highlight. So as you can see, the first thing it notices is that there's some close-ups, so the system's a little interested. For soccer and basketball, we have ball tracking and we have goal detection, so it actually sees the ball go into the net, the crowd goes wild, the score on the top left changes, so it confirms that was in fact a score, and the announcer's probably pretty excited. That's enough for the system to say, this must be a highlight. So 1 to 2 seconds after that occurs in your game, you now have a video that you can download, share to Facebook, share to Twitter. The other thing that I want to point out is these importance levels. We've taught the system over thousands and thousands of iterations that different plays have different importance levels. For example, if you're watching basketball, a free throw in the first quarter is not as important as a game-winning three-pointer. So because we have those importance levels, you can come up here and click Create Reel. And if you do that, you click that button when the game's over, you automatically have a 2-minute highlight reel of the best plays of the game ready to share with your fans, share on Facebook, do whatever you want with it. So this system works really well right out of the box. It works on a wide variety of field sports, soccer, basketball, football, hockey, you name it. We're doing a lot of different field sports. Lacrosse obviously is a big one for us. But we also do some custom development with our clients. So as an example of that, I have a hockey game here. We have a great hockey client, and one of the things that they told us that their customers like to do is use the highlights to do some game film and some training, so coaches and players can watch the game film and get better at the different things. So one of the things they wanted was for us to identify all of the face-offs. So if you look down here in the tags, we taught our system to identify face-offs. We threw in hundreds of images of face-offs, and the system now can understand that when it sees this player and another player standing with the ref in between them about to drop a puck anywhere on the ice, it knows that this is a face-off and to clip it. But again, it's rated as a lower importance play because we know it's not as important to the overall story of the game. So that's been really great. So now our hockey customers can have the face-offs, same for our lacrosse customers, and we continue to do some custom development for any and all of our clients because we want to continue to expand the uses of this system. From the different types of plays they want to see to being able to tag them and make them searchable by player and things of that nature. And again, I know I've showed this before, but I think it's important for everybody to understand where we're going with all this. Now that our system has gotten really smart on lacrosse and on professional levels of lacrosse, we've been able to actually go back and teach the system to identify different things. So as you can see from this video, there is no, it's advanced scoreboard. There's no advanced shot composition. So we don't have close-ups. We don't have slow-mos. We don't have different angles. We don't have an announcer. But the thing that's interesting about this is that our system, because it's gotten so smart on lacrosse, has been able to understand when a goal happens despite not having all the things it normally looks for. So as you can see, they're passing the ball around here. It's going to come to the top of the key, and he shoots and he scores. The system now can understand that the net moved. There's a push in on the goalpost, and it says, you know what? I don't have all the things I normally look for, but that's probably pretty interesting. And so we've been able to, teach our system to work on almost just your regular cell phone video, and that's where we want to go. We want to make this technology available to everyone who has, a kid playing soccer, all the way up to the major leagues, and help them get their content out quicker and have it tagged more comprehensively for their fans. So we like to say this is a solution for everybody from the little league to the major leagues. One last thing I want to show you is we have also added another feature. We know that at the highest levels of the game, sometimes there's some licensing concerns and they're not allowed to share full videos. So we've made it an opportunity to create GIFs. So just an example of a lot of things that we're also doing on the front end of the system to make it more useful for everyone. So that's the latest update for Really, and I can't wait to come back and tell you guys some of the newer things that are in development. We've got a lot of stuff going on the computer vision side and a lot of great partnerships coming up, so stay tuned. Thanks, guys.